I have absolutely no idea how to build, but today I'm going to be trying to build a Ninja Warrior obstacle with 0 experience. This should be quite the journey, and hopefully I don't die in the process. I say that with 100% seriousness. Welcome to my humble abode. This is going to be my workspace for the day, and step 1's actually figuring out what obstacle I'm going to build. I've never built an obstacle before, so this is going to be all new to me. I could do something iconic like the cliffhanger or the salmon ladder, but I decided to go different today. Here is what I'm trying to build. Off to Home Depot. Here we are, greatest place on earth. So, that's not good. I'm gonna name him Walter. We got the sandpaper. I thought he was gonna get us for a second. I love eyebolts. Thumbnail picture. Just kidding. You mind if I tell you a joke? Alright, so how does a penguin build its house? He igloos it together. Yeah. We made it out of Home Depot without getting kicked out for filming, which I thought was going to be impossible, so we call that a success. Let's head back home. It's always a sad time leaving Home Depot, but we are back in the workspace. And a quick plot twist for you guys, other than this drill, I'm not using any power tools to build this obstacle. Just a little extra challenge. Let me give you a rundown of what we got. Wood. Sandpaper. Measuring tape. Screws. Drill. I'm not going to throw this thing. Hacksaw. But before we start, we gotta remember, safety first. And before we bring this old dog out, we gotta measure the wood first. I figured it'd be smart to draw a line here so I know exactly where to cut, because I don't want my wood to be uneven. So there's no better thing to do now than start cutting this wood. Now cue the cinematic cutting sequence. That means cue it. It's not winning any beauty contest awards, but it's functional. Came off a little strange, so I'm gonna cut this part off, and it actually looks way straighter than the first one, so I'm happy with that. Okay. Now we still got to cut out the smaller ledges that are going to be on them. So grateful for this saw though, it's way better than the hacksaw, and it still fits the no power tools rule. Now we got to cut this guy into 4 small pieces. It actually turned out better than I expected. These things are super sharp on the edges, so I gotta sand and file down this wood. With no power tools, this is gonna be special. Look how smooth that is. We have all our pieces sanded down, but we're far from done. Now we gotta screw everything together. As a reminder, here's what the obstacle's supposed to look like. So I have 2 of these for each one. They're gonna go on each side here and here. Now these ledges are pretty thin, so this should be a pretty good challenge when I end up trying it. But for now, let's screw some stuff in. This should come in handy. Let's get drilling. Was that dramatic enough? Hopefully it was.
A few moments later.
I couldn't find the right screws that I was looking for, so I decided to grab these really big screws, or at least what I thought were screws. Let me explain to you the issue.
Alright, so quick update. I was trying to use a screw head as a drill bit.
I also made a mistake, and instead of trying to drill in a screw, I was trying to drill in a wall anchor.
So that's probably why it wasn't working. So that's why it looks like this. Just to add a little flavor to it, we're gonna make a little smiley face. Well, it's not really a smiley face, it's more like a surprise face. We're gonna put two little eyes there to add some fun to this obstacle. He's got eyes and a nose now. Great news, number one is actually, ow! So we screwed everything in, but the screws are poking out the back as I mentioned earlier. So I'm gonna hacksaw them off. All the screws are sawed off, so now they're much safer. If I do say so myself, these things are looking pretty sexy. Oh my gosh. We're gonna drill some holes up here so I can hang them up, because otherwise there's no way to actually put them up. But the obstacle is officially finished. W's in the comments, guys. W's in the comments, all right? I don't trust the strength of these whatsoever, considering that a piece of wood has already flown off of it. We're living on the edge today. Let's set them up. Alright, y'all, moment of truth. It's finally time to see if these obstacles work. I've been working on this since 12 o'clock, and now it's 5 o'clock. So I'm really hoping this works for the sake of me and for the sake of y'all. Let's try them out. I'm nervous. They're pretty hard, man. One more try and I think I got it. It's a good challenge. Yes! Let's go! Yes! We did the obstacle! Let's go! It worked! Yay! Alright, there it is. We finished. The obstacle was a success. What would you guys rate my first build from 1 to 10 down in the comments?
Building has always been something I've wanted to try, but I've never actually taken the leap to go for it. And even though this build sure wasn't perfect, it was my first one, so I think it's special just for that. I hope you guys enjoyed the process of seeing all my failures and successes throughout the process and the final product actually working.
And yeah, through all the trials and tribulations of today, we came out on top. Let's go.